A college degree can take 4 years to earn. But some of the tools you learn during those 4 years may become outdated before you graduate. That does not mean college is useless. A degree can still open doors, provide specialized knowledge, and improve long-term earning potential. But a degree alone no longer guarantees that an employer will choose you. Because employers are not only asking where you studied, they want to know what you can actually do. Can you solve a problem? Can you communicate clearly? Can you use artificial intelligence without blindly trusting it? Can you learn something new when your industry changes? And can you prove that you have created real value before someone hires you? These are 5 skills that may matter more than the name printed on your degree. The first skill is knowing how to use artificial intelligence to produce real work. Using AI does not simply mean opening ChatGPT and asking it to write an email. Anyone can do that. The valuable skill is knowing how to turn AI into a practical working system. Imagine 2 job candidates applying for the same position. Both candidates have similar degrees. Both understand the basic responsibilities of the job. But one candidate can use AI to research customers, summarize documents, analyze spreadsheets, prepare presentations, organize information, and automate repetitive tasks. That candidate can potentially produce more work in less time. But there is an important difference between using AI and depending on AI. Artificial intelligence can generate inaccurate information. It can misunderstand instructions. It can create confident answers that sound correct but are completely wrong. A valuable employee does not simply copy and paste an AI response. They know how to provide useful context. They know how to ask better questions. They know how to verify important claims. They understand privacy, security, and when information should not be placed inside an AI tool. Most importantly, they know enough about their field to recognize when the output is weak. AI does not eliminate the need for knowledge. It increases the value of people who can combine knowledge with technology. The goal is not to become a professional prompt writer. The goal is to become better at your actual profession because you know how to use AI. A marketing student could use AI to compare customer reviews and identify recurring complaints. A business student could use it to organize market research and create a first draft of a competitive analysis. A teacher could use it to prepare lesson materials while still reviewing every educational claim. A small business employee could use it to convert a repetitive weekly task into a documented workflow. A job seeker could use AI to practice interviews, research employers, and improve a resume without inventing experience. The strongest proof of AI skill is not saying that you know ChatGPT. It is showing a real task that you completed faster, better, or more accurately using AI. The second skill is communicating and selling ideas. You can have the best idea in the room and still be ignored if you cannot explain it clearly. Communication is not only public speaking. It includes writing a useful email, asking a precise question, explaining a technical issue to a non-technical person, listening carefully, presenting a recommendation, handling disagreement, and persuading someone to take action. As AI makes average writing and average information easier to produce, clear human communication becomes more valuable. Employers do not only need people who can generate ideas. They need people who can earn trust around those ideas. Imagine an employee who discovers a way to save the company $10,000. The discovery has little value if the employee cannot explain the problem, present the evidence, and convince a manager to approve the change. The same principle applies during a job interview. Many candidates describe themselves using empty words. Hardworking, motivated, passionate, team player. Those words prove almost nothing. Strong communication uses a specific story. Here was the problem. Here was my responsibility. Here is what I did. Here was the result. That structure turns a claim into evidence. Communication also includes knowing what the other person cares about. A manager may care about cost, risk, speed, or customer satisfaction. A client may care about trust and reliability. A recruiter may care about whether you can perform the job without constant supervision. Good communication connects your idea to the listener's priorities. This is why sales skills matter even when your job title has nothing to do with sales. You are constantly selling something. Your ability, your recommendation, your project, your request for a raise, your business idea, or your solution to a problem. People who can explain value clearly often receive opportunities that more technically qualified people miss. The third skill is solving unclear problems. School usually gives you a clear question. The necessary information is provided. There is a correct answer. And the deadline is written at the top of the assignment. Real work is often nothing like that. A customer may say that the service is terrible without explaining what actually happened. A manager may say that sales are falling without knowing why. A business owner may ask how to use AI but have no idea which process should be automated. The problem arrives incomplete. The information may be messy. Different people may disagree about the cause. And there may be several possible answers. The valuable skill is learning how to create clarity. First, define the real problem. Do not immediately solve the first version someone gives you. If a business says it needs more advertising, the actual problem may be poor customer retention. If a student says they need a better resume, the real problem may be that they have no relevant projects or experience. If a company says it needs an AI chatbot, the real problem may be that its customer information is disorganized. Next, separate facts from assumptions. What do we know? What are we guessing? What information is missing? Then break the problem into smaller parts. Identify the decision that must be made. Compare possible solutions. Estimate the cost, risk, and likely result. Then recommend a next step. Employers value people who can move from confusion to action. You do not need to know every answer immediately, but you need to know how to find the answer responsibly. That may involve researching reliable sources, interviewing customers, testing a small version, reviewing data, or asking someone with deeper expertise. AI can help with parts of this process, but AI cannot fully replace judgment, accountability, and understanding of the real situation. The fourth skill is building visible proof of your ability. A degree tells an employer that you completed a program. A portfolio shows what you can create. This matters because employers face uncertainty. A resume may say that someone understands marketing, but a portfolio can show a complete campaign, customer analysis, content calendar, and performance report. A resume may say that someone understands data, but a project can show a cleaned dataset, analysis, chart, and business recommendation. A resume may say that someone understands artificial intelligence, but a case study can show a real workflow that saved 5 hours per week. Proof reduces the employer's risk. You do not need permission from a company to begin building evidence. A finance student can analyze a public company's annual report. A marketing student can redesign the strategy of a local business. A computer science student can build a small useful tool. A graphic designer can create a brand system for an imaginary company. A job seeker interested in operations can document how they would improve a slow business process. The project does not have to be paid work, but it should resemble real work. It should explain the problem, the process, the decisions, the tools used, the result, and what you would improve next time. 5 strong projects are usually more convincing than 50 vague certificates. Certificates can support your credibility, but collecting certificates without applying the skill creates the illusion of progress. Watching a course is not the same as being able to perform under real conditions. Visible proof also gives you something meaningful to discuss during interviews. Instead of saying you are interested in the industry, you can show that you already started working in it. Instead of asking an employer to imagine your potential, you provide evidence. This is especially important for students without professional experience. You may not control whether a company gives you your first opportunity, but you can control whether you arrive with proof that you are ready for it. The fifth skill is learning faster than your job changes. Many people think career security comes from mastering one tool. But tools change. Software changes. Business models change. Customer expectations change. And artificial intelligence is accelerating that change. Career security increasingly comes from your ability to adapt. This does not mean chasing every new application that becomes popular online. That creates shallow knowledge and constant distraction. Learning quickly means being able to identify what matters, understand the fundamentals, practice deliberately, and apply the skill to real work. Start with the problem, not the tool. Do not learn AI because everyone is talking about AI. Learn a specific AI workflow because it helps you complete a valuable task. Do not learn spreadsheets simply to add Microsoft Excel to your resume. Learn how to clean data, calculate results, and answer a business question. Do not learn video editing by watching 20 hours of tutorials without creating a video. Choose a project and learn what the project requires. Fast learners also know how to handle not knowing. They do not pretend to understand. They ask better questions. They find credible information. They test their understanding. They request feedback. And they correct mistakes without protecting their ego. Curiosity matters because industries rarely announce exactly how they will change. The people who notice change early have more time to respond. They observe what customers are asking for. They watch which tasks are becoming automated. They notice which responsibilities employers are adding to job descriptions. They study the people who are progressing faster in their field. Then they adjust before the change becomes an emergency. The most valuable combination is not one of these skills by itself. It is the ability to combine all five. Use AI to produce better work. Communicate the value of that work. Solve a problem that was not clearly defined. Show visible proof of the result. Then learn from what happened and improve the process. That combination can make a student with limited experience more valuable than someone who has stronger credentials but cannot apply them. But this message should not be misunderstood. Your degree is not worthless. For careers such as medicine, law, engineering, aviation, accounting, and many technical professions, formal education and licensing can be essential. Education also develops discipline, knowledge, relationships, and access to opportunities. The mistake is believing the credential completes the preparation. A degree is a foundation. It is not the finished building. The workplace does not reward how many lectures you attended. It rewards the problems you can solve, the people you can help, and the results you can produce. So, what should you do next? Choose one real problem connected to the career you want. Use AI carefully to help research or complete part of the work. Create a small project that solves the problem. Document what you did. Explain the result in simple language. Ask someone knowledgeable to review it. Then improve it and publish it as part of your portfolio. Do that repeatedly. And you will build more than skills. You will build evidence, confidence, judgment, and a professional reputation before you receive the job title. The future will not belong only to people with the most prestigious degrees. It will belong to people who can keep learning. Communicate clearly. Use technology responsibly and turn knowledge into useful results. Your degree may help you enter the room. These 5 skills will determine what happens after you get there. This is Money and Power Files. Here, we explain the skills, systems, and decisions shaping business, careers, and the future of work. Subscribe, because the world of work is changing, and understanding that change is how you stay ahead.